his handless arm, just going, can we tape it back on? Is there anything I can get for this? That would probably just give him a freebie. If you steal something in the future, we'll not take off your foot.
Yeah,
Deal?
maybe.
It's
Give
not a
one
bad
freebie.
deal. So yeah, she's in response to her move there, taking the knee. The United States Soccer Federation set a rule requiring players to stand respectfully during the playing of the anthem. So this is where Rapinoe can really, her word can mean something. Her word is strong as oak, because at that point it's like, no, I feel this strongly about it.
Oh, she's woke as fuck. She'll do what Megan wants to do.
Well, she said,
What are they going to do? Bench her? That you want her on that left wing.
you need her on that left
right.
wing. You can't handle it without her on that left wing.
That's right.
Rapinoe's abiding by the rule, and it's an honor to represent the United States of America and all that we stand for, and to be able to pull on the red, white, and blue to play a game that I love. But that sounds like
I don't
she took a knee and they went, hey, fuckface, don't do that again, or you're gone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I won't. Today she feels responsible to use her platform, Jay, the very one you were discussing, to speak out on social issues, regardless of the consequences or backlash. Right here, right now, this is backlash. This is what she's talking about. She's expecting this.
Regardless of that. Irregardless of that.
No, not irregardless.
Irregardless.
Irregardless of that said backlash. Or any she may receive from Trump or his supporters. I feel like I'm a walking protest. Oh, God, you sound like a horrible person. Just angry.
You're right.
I'm a
That's what it all
walking
goes to me.
protest. Sweetheart, you are miserable then.
You know what? You're just a fucking another person.
You're just another
human
shitty
being.
fucking person.
I always love this when people think that we're so much better, and lately just because, like, I use, like, the example of, like, Elvis or the Beatles. There are fucking people who don't know who Elvis is, so who the fuck do you think you are? Like,
and the truth is, Elvis Presley died taking a shit with his pants around his ankles.
like anybody else.
Everybody else, these wannabe gods, you know, in other countries, I'm God, you know, fucking Kim Jong-un takes a shit and a piss every day, probably jacked off a lot growing up. He's just a person made up of whatever the fuck, what are we, molecules and carbon,
Atoms
dirt?
and whatnot.
Yeah, you're no different. It's the
incredible.
judgmentalness of it. Like, you know, I've got to respond. No, you don't. No, you just go about your life. Be happy. How about
Well,
that?
it's people like you, Mike, who put so much focus on sports and elevate our sports figures.
Yeah,
that put
especially women's
Megan,
soccer.
Well, she's tagging along on that, right?
Yeah. Whenever you're, so here's the thing. We got to learn our lessons. I feel like I'm a
You
walking
haven't learned enough already?
protest.
Christ. I felt
You
like
guys
I
got to
learned-
realize that over half the country, at least half the country, is going, yeah, Megan.
Oh no,
You know?
I was just joking with this whole letter already. I thought we've already learned a few lessons. Now it's the
Yeah.
lesson time.
Well, she's called the president sexist, misogynistic, small-minded, racist. He's not a good person. Boy, that's a lot of judgment. It's a lot of judgment to throw on another human being. I got to be honest with you. Whenever you're trying to be an ally and it's easy, you're not an ally. All right? So if you're just trying to help out and it's not going, you're not working that hard, you're still sleeping 8 hours, not an ally. I think that it was a really good lesson for me. This is what it's going to take for things to change, norms to change, conventions to change, and try to break down white supremacy and break down racial bias. Okay, sweetheart, white girl, breaking down your white... If you've been asked what it would take to restore, how do we get you back? Where do you put your hand on your heart? It's really important. Will you sing somewhere, maybe in a club, not on the pitch? Can we start there? What would it take? Oh, it'd take a lot. You want me to put my hand on my heart? Listen up. Takes a lot. Criminal justice reform. Huge inequality gap that we have to do much better on.
Green New Deal? Green New Deal?
Maybe no. A lot of progress in the LGBT, ABC, rights. A lot more to do there. A lot more to do. There are things way more important than soccer. Then she needs to get off the pitch, Jay. You said she's a pretty okay player. She's left winger.
Way better than
No, soccer's really taking up all this time. She needs to.
Dude, soccer takes up a tremendous amount of time.
Yeah,
I mean,
like Chelsea Handler,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Get out of the spotlight and go do your thing.
Thank you. It's time. If this girl thinks, if she truly believes what she's saying, then she's got to retire and get out there and save the world.
She's using the pulpit that she has, and she's spreading the word.
Yeah, well, you know, some people care about their causes, Jay. You know, Angelina Jolie is not doing movies because, you know, she's an ambassador to some shit of something somewhere, and it's really important that the message get out and she be responsible, and so that's what she does. That's why you don't have Lara Croft movies today.
She just did a Maleficent too.
She did?
Yeah, I saw an ad today. She's doing movies.
Does she not care about
I guess
others anymore?
I guess all of that is resolved.
Wow.
All the things she was concerned about.
I'll see. In a few short years, yeah, we lost out on Laura Croft 3 and 4, whatever.
But she got
She
shit
fixed
done.
whatever it was that was important to her is now settled. Dispute over. I'm going back to work, folks. Let me know if there's something else you need.
Hey, you have an annual physical to make sure that you are healthy. What do you do each year to make sure that you remain financially fit? Our dear friend, Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial, specializes in thoughtful and objective investment guidance designed to keep your finances in shape. I believe Merck may be there on Saturday as well.
He fucking better be
May
there.
18th, 25 Mile in Van Dyke, Hamlin Pub.
His girl's trying to set up a meeting. Got to go in and look at
Meeting?
I said a meal. I got to check out how sweet my finances are doing. You know, they want to get together once a year and brag about, look what we've done for you.
Absolutely.
Now you're not destitute anymore.
Maybe move a little bit around.
little moving,
Yeah.
shaking. Sure. Yeah.
That's what he
Pieces
does.
are always moving, man.
Call Mark today, 248-626-2000. Ask for our friend Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
We'll take a quick break, and then I got a story Isa sent me, of all people. This kind of hits home to him. I mean, it's kind of a personal story. Kid caught jacking it in his bedroom, you know, and fallout from that, and what's going on now. And then I don't know, what was the name of the hot felon? The fuck was-
Jeremy Meeks. God damn it.
God, thanks. I
I
couldn't
don't
remember.
want to know that.
Couldn't remember his name. He was
Piercing blue eyes. Though.
Oh
You can
my
swim in them.
dude.
Dive in. Dive
They're
in.
paralyzing. The paralysis sets in when I gaze longingly into Jeremy Meeks' eyes. I gotta be
Go right
honest.
past the neck tats, right to the eyes.
I could see his brain through them. They're so
Hypnotic.
clear. He's been on fiance for a while. He's got that kid, that 11-month
Yeah,
old.
the kid with the billionaire's daughter, right?
Yeah, right. The
Good for
heiress.
Jeremy.
He's not married, and now she's been spotted without her fucking ring.
What?
Meeks?
This is awful news.
What are you doing, Meeks? Meeks, you gotta put a ring on it. Get it married. Get this down, dude. She's a billionaire heiress. He's a sir, I believe. I think her dad is a
Wow.
sir.
Wow.
Yes. Sir Philip Green's daughter. If you've got Phil Green's daughter,
Lock
on
it
the
up,
hook,
Meeks.
you
Lock it
fucking
up.
He did the one good thing he did was he fucking shot a load into her vagine.
Step number one.
That was huge, huge, huge. So, but you know, if you've got a Sir's daughter, Sir Philip Green's daughter on the line, I don't know what did he do? L'Oreal created or something? I don't know, but
I'm not sure.
who knows? But yeah, it's troubling, man. I hope Jeremy pulls through, Mr. Meeks, and whatnot. But anyway, we'll come back and we'll talk about the teen in his room. Story Isa sent me next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Truly Radio for One, podcast for one. Travis Bully, if you're listening, on our checklist of items, getting something in that fucking skylight is just mandatory. It's critical to the operation. Like I am bathing in the sun, and I love the sun under
Do you own
my
a ladder?
conditions.
Do you own a ladder? Do you own a thumbtack? Do you own
I do, but what I don't have is someone here
a
that.
pillowcase?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be more than that. It's
Piece of cardboard?
This is a Travis Bully issue right here. This screams Travis Bully. That's what it
God.
does. Yeah.
Poor guy
No.
works all day. You gonna make him
I
come
know.
over and do this?
I know. Well, you know what he should do? He's irresponsible, and he doesn't care about his family because he texts me, and he says, "What are we doing next?" He loves hands-on studio shit. Does a ham radio thing himself. He loves this shit. This is like porn to him. So don't deny him porn.
Does that have to do with
Putting up a fucking shade over
Hey,
a
it's all,
skylight?
hey,
That's
you know, everything
Doesn't
counts.
sound very technical to me, right?
Everything counts when you're building the perfect studio setup. And guys like Travis Bully don't neglect the boring aspects of it, like handling the sheet.
Oh, almost everything he does is the boring aspect of it, which I
To
think
you-
no, I'm saying good for him. I'm agreeing with you. I'm like, that's what he does well. The
You know
boring
how
shit.
rock hard Travis Bullies of the world get by wrapping blue tape around this fucking wire and then red tape around
Well,
yours,
isn't-
so that it identifies with it coordinates with the fucking where it plugs in.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he probably came in his pants when he did it.
I know.
Well
I'm
done,
agreeing with.
Travis.
I'm agreeing with you. That's the boring stuff.
Just saying. So that's not boring to him. Figuring out a solution that looks good. Because, yeah, Jay, you and I would staple a pillowcase in there. Not good. Looks like shit. Travis Bully won't do that.
Pillowcase.
Yeah, I came down here.
It'd be Giza. It'd be from the Giza. Giza cotton.
Giza sheets up there. No, I came down once and he was like, I'm sorry. I couldn't look at it one more second. I had to fix this. And I was like, what? Under the table, the cords weren't wrapped properly enough in Mr. Bully's idea of how it should be done properly. And it's like, no, that was driving me nuts too, Travis.
Perfectionism,
Glad you're on
man. It's a
that.
level
Glad
of
you're on that.
perfectionism that we need, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact is, Jay, I'm blind and hot right now and borderline sweating.
The only-
So this is
Take your hoodie off.
no, then my tits are showing. Forget it.
The only thing is, Mike, though, this happened also one day. You know, it was like 2 weeks ago when I remember I was kind of out of it for a whole week. I was sick, yada yada. Well, I came one of those days back and he goes, "Hey, you want to look down here and think that and see that these chords are better?" And I'm like, I start to kind of
You say yes, Isis. Oh my God, it's amazing. Don't go.
I
Notice it.
started to waver a little bit. He goes, "Please say you acknowledge that they look better." I'm like, "Yeah, they look great."
See,
It's
that's
like-
all they
they
need
look
is a
like-
little acknowledgement of what I did, dude. I called him.
Thanks for the acknowledgement, though.
To him and Aaron, I'll get in a group text and I'll be like, God damn it, you motherfuckers. Aaron, do you even care about this place? You know, I'll ream Aaron out, deservedly so. And I'll go, the power's out, guys. I can't push buttons on. Their lights are on, this and that. Someone may probably kicked the cord a little bit and unplugged over the weekend. And Travis is like, can you take a call? I was calling him and talking to him for, I don't know, an hour and a half. And he's like, yep, well, as soon as I get back into the States, I was like, wait, where are you? He's in London. Like, yeah, that's what you need to be. But that shows you his dedication.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And his love for. Don't take that from him, Jay. Don't. I was telling you about the kid, his parents. I think they're Indian or something. They don't name them, but it's one of these religious things. So, no, do not touch your stuff. No. So this kid's, he's on a Reddit. He goes on a Reddit and he's like, I'm 15. Stinks. He's seeking legal advice. His parents set up security cams in his bathroom, in his bedroom, because they
They
caught him.
want to stop him from whacking
They
off. So
caught
they
him
set up
jacking
cameras?
it. They want to make sure he no longer. No, you do not masturbate anymore. No,
You
no,
know
no.
you can do it other places, right? Like almost anywhere.
Yeah, but you don't want to go in public.
Back
or,
of an Astro van, wherever.
Sure. He should go out into his lush basement couch and
Right.
jack it there. Let it go.
Exactly.
What could I do? He asked subreddit. I'm 15. I think I should be allowed to touch my own body. This is embarrassing and destroys my privacy. Please help.
I think it's more embarrassing that he's bringing this to light.
But yeah, he's stuck. He's stuck. He's 15. What are you gonna do? He's going to the internet. So in May, his parents caught the teen jacking it. His parents have very taboo beliefs regarding sexual activities before marriage. But this kid, smart as he is, learned a few things on the internet.
How to go like this?
Yeah.
How to rub himself up and
Because
down.
he wasn't even allowed to go to sex ed class. Like, no, we do not want you to learn how to put a condom on a banana. Forget it. No.
Could you imagine? Like, well, actually, I can imagine.
So
the girl that has to deal with him, like, you know, like if he
Yeah,
followed his
fumbling
parents'
around.
beliefs.
Yeah.
my dad barged in without knocking and started screaming at me. Horrifying, dude. He and my mom sat me down and told me I'm not allowed to beat the firemen anymore. No more painting the walls.
Beat the fireman. God.
The teen agreed not to play Mexican standoff anymore. And he later found an Amazon package, indoor security cams inside it. He's like,
How do we know they're not full of shit and they're not setting up a website, catching their own son whacking off
they keep being
one
pretty-
of these hidden camera things, you know?
because they were just sitting there, and he asked his dad. I asked my dad. He said they're putting them in my room and bathroom so they can monitor and make sure I'm not punching the dolphin anymore.
How long? Like, you'd have to watch. Like, they have to watch those videos still, so they're going through the tapes for
Can you
hours.
imagine?
He's in the bed, just like, well, okay.
What is he doing there? No, back it up. Back it
Hold
up.
on. Is he touching? He's touching his jeans.
God.
Honey, get in there. His parents said they will now be checking the cameras daily to make sure their son sticks to his word. I said that was not okay. I said it was not okay. And he said, you agreed not to burp the worm. And he's holding me to that agreement. Dude, what are his parents thinking? He's
Yes.
going to nocturnally emit, right? If they stop
Yeah.
this cold,
It will be stroked to completion.
the devil's seed is dribbling out of the tip. No, one way or the other,
Yes.
right? Whether it's a nocturnal emission or something, he's gonna.
Are they okay with that? Or they just don't want the seed to hit the ground?
They're gonna blame the devil somehow. I mean, if he starts emitting nocturnally, like that'll be on the regular, right? If he's not cleaning out the pipes himself,
Boy, what are they going to do about that?
black light to his sheets when mom starts washing them every day. Sophia, get in here. It looks like he emitted nocturnally again. Look at this. There's 14 stain spots on the sheets I washed 3 days ago. Kid's gonna wake up swimming in his own seed. So Redditors swooped in to offer advice, many concerned about his privacy. Regardless of whether or not, let's see. Regardless of whether or not you're lubing the munchkin, you need to have a reasonable amount of privacy while you're using the bathroom and changing. However you feel comfortable pursuing this, please realize that you are a normal kid exhibiting normal, natural, healthy behaviors. Playing 5-on-1 is done by both boys and girls. This is normal behavior. Causing mayonnaise mayhem is no big deal. It's very common. It's not oversexed, promiscuous, or sexually deviant. You should not be limited unless there's excessive and interfering with normal routines, responsibilities, or play. Right?
Well put.
So basically, the doctors, even though there's a couple doctors and experts in here, like, look, he's creating a pocket stream. It's normal. It's no big deal.
Sounds like these parents aren't going to listen to anyone. Look, you know,
I know his
doctor,
Reddit story, right?
a doctor on Reddit. Well, Mom, look, a doctor on Reddit said.
What would you do though? I mean, some people were suggesting, you know what, go to another parent or school counselor. They said, don't go to the cops. They'll come fucking kicking the door and they'll go all Officer Walters, probably get someone arrested. But if you talk to another parent or counselor that can, on the down low, sit your parents down and go, look, it's perfectly normal if he's,
Yeah, but while the dude is opening up on Reddit, he's probably embarrassed as fuck, right? And go to a counselor and, hey, you know what? I'd like
walked
to
in.
beat off.
He's opening up on Reddit though. That's
Yeah, but
something.
That's what I said, though. It's totally different than walking into your school counselor.
Yeah, but if people are giving him the courage and saying, you're not a monster, you're doing everything fine, go do this, talk to your counselor, and, or, it's like, fine, I can't do that. I'd fucking grab a cucumber out of that goddamn fridge and go in there and just sit on it. No, I'm not touching myself. I'm not jacking off, but this is fine. I got to do something. I'm bored. I'm a 15-year-old kid. So I'm just sitting on a cucumber all day in the bathroom. How you like that, Mom?
Cameras in the bathroom.
In the bathroom,
in his room.
yeah.
I want to know.
His parents sound like fucking creeps,
Honestly,
don't they?
I put it at like 50-50 chance that they're just trying to get him on tape to post on their own or use on their own. That's
You
fucking
think so?
weird, man.
You think so? They want to get their 15-year-old kid jacket as like, this is worth a fortune on the internet. The black market is swimming with it.
And if
we
we
get
tell
that
him we
son
can't.
5 times, 6 times a week beating the bishop on cam, it's worth a fortune.
I put it at 50-50.
What do you do? I mean, I know there's parents out there, and we'll get to email now, but parents out there have to have been in that situation. You were walked in on once, right? By your mom?
I think only once. Yeah, there's been
Gee,
some
were you
close
ever caught
calls,
jacking
but
it?
Yeah.
No, me either. I never jacked it, so it didn't matter, but I don't even want to ask if you've ever.
No, my boy, like, Why would you want it?
Even if you
It's
heard like fap from the other side of the door, wouldn't she just be like, "Hey, you,
why would
don't
you
walk
wanna
back,
know
don't
that, you
walk
know?
past the
You're
door."
gonna
That's what
knock
I've
and
always,
you're gonna.
dude. That's what I've always thought about. Like my mom, I thought like even in a situation, you can be as whether you're where the situation I'm in, where I've lived in this house as long as I have, even as terrible as that is, you either have to at some point like I guess kick someone out, but like if you're not, then you have to understand that things would happen and you'd want to knock on
No,
the
but
door.
a lot of it's based in their religious beliefs and old beliefs, and we remember that as a kid. It's the devil's work. Don't like. That's not really talked about. You don't hear that much anymore, right? Like, remember when we were young? You used to hear that stuff about, like, especially like hardcore Catholics or
I
something.
heard
they
it would make your
go
palms hairy.
blind.
Yeah,
Make
go
your,
blind.
you go blind, or your
No,
palms
there's
would
always
be
a
hairy.
joke. I didn't
No, but
think I heard anyone seriously say it would be
No,
bad in some-
our parents wouldn't. But I mean, like in church and stuff, like I remember
Yeah, I don't
seeing those.
remember that.
Maybe they were fucking like those out there preachers, but they get the most press in a lot of respects about touching yourself or masturbating. It's not to be blah blah blah, and
Yeah, I don't
save
remember
yourself
that.
for marriage, all that shit. Is that still? You don't remember?
Well,
any of
definitely
that stuff?
abstinence. Like, yeah, save yourself for marriage. Like, don't go sleeping around.
Well, sure, but doesn't that lead
I don't
to it?
think
Isn't
I-
that the gateway drug to pound an ass, to crushing puss?
I don't know.
Is going 5-on-1 against yourself all the time? That's what I always thought. It's a gateway drug, Jay.
We do have email link.
What do we got?
Before we get to
Hopefully
email,
it's about masturbatory stuff.
we'll see what we can do. Twin Peaks, they are your ultimate sports lodge with a menu to match. Pair any of their made-from-scratch menu items with a frosty 29-degree draft beer served by a beautiful Twin Peaks girl, and you're in for a legendary sports watching experience. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Yeah, look at my shirt.
There you go.
Twin Peaks.
eats, drinks, scenic views.
Are we going to see them soon here?
Yeah, Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Member Sunday.
Is that the Mexican one?
Celia? Yep, Celia is coming in. Our fine member Celia, and yes, Mexican night, I believe.
So Celia, as a member
Yes,
of this very show.
this show.
So she pays a cost of a cup of coffee a,
paltry
day.
sum.
Paltry sum. And for that small task,
Got her in studio.
that small gift that she gave us, her name was drawn,
Correct.
and she's won a trip.
Oh, you're right.
There's going to be hot bitches from Twin Peaks here.
Yes.
Beers, drinks,
Yes.
nachos.
Eats, drinks, and scenic views on Sunday.
This is going to be the best one yet.
Jay writes in. Paul, John, and Ringo. Sorry to inform you, but the AOC garbage disposer video was made by a parody account. The account has since been banned from Twitter, while the millions of Trump parody accounts still live on. Go figure. That's not true, man. I think that's wrong. I think it's fake news.
Fake news once again.
I think what happened, man,
Listen, she's a total dud.
the
You know
same
she's a dud, doesn't know what a disposer
the
is.
same day the disposer video came out, there was a banning of an AOC Twitter account, a parody.
Yeah.
And so I think Jay is conflating those two stories. I think
Didn't-
the disposer account was real, dude, and we checked.
Didn't you
look
check
pretty.
her fucking...
We checked her Instagram, and while what was it on her story?
Yeah.
So it had come and gone.
Right.
But there was a follow up to it, and she was like, "Garbage disposer
Day
part
number
2."
two, yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was talking about it again. So
and you
it-
guys fact check that because we knew...
yes,
We don't
believe
work in fake news. We don't, and we want to correct the record. We are not afraid to apologize. We do it commonly when we're wrong about something.
It looked to be real. Him just
yeah.
saying that it was a fake account. I know
So
some,
the parody accounts, I assume, are just like bad parody accounts. Like you'd obviously know it's a parody, right?
No,
It's
actually,
kind of
that's
hard
how
with
it go.
AOC, honestly. It's kind of.
Yeah, but you would have to
I mean, when you have the
in it,
when you
though,
have
right?
the real AOC saying she doesn't know what a garbage disposer is, I would think it's kind of hard to identify a parody account. But that's just me.
So what would the parody accounts
I
do?
have no
Voiceover
idea.
work? Because how would you have